Live from Los Angeles here on this Wednesday night. I did not expect to do a live stream tonight. It's going to be very short. But I wanted to make certain that I captured exactly how I feel at this moment. Just a half an hour ago, coming out of Poor Things. A film that you've been told by virtually everyone who's seen it. From its debut at Venice through the past several months. Finally tonight, I get eyes on it. It's a great film. This is an Oscars heavyweight. This is going to contend in every single category. It's Yorgos. He's back. He gave us The Favorite with its 9 Oscar nominations and 1 win. It's going to happen again for this film. And the problem is exactly the same issue we had with Beau is Afraid. And yes, this is that bad. This film is unwatchable. This film is going to be loathed by the vast majority of any sane thinking person who watches this film. You wait until this thing comes out and the average moviegoer gets eyes on Poor Things. This is not an exaggeration. You need to understand what I just sat through will have people getting out of their seats and going to the box office and demanding a refund. That is not hyperbole. That is not an exaggeration. That's what's going to happen with this film. And as I said, look at the tweet reaction here. Look at it. Here it is. So this is the tweet reaction from moments ago, right down on Sunset. By the way, Searchlight didn't want me to see this. They were like, we'll get you in there at some point. Finally, they said, we'll let you see it. They knew. They know this film's not good. They know this film is going to be the most overrated film maybe of the past several years. I mean, listen, this is 100 times more unwatchable than Everything Everywhere. Okay, you guys know I'm not a huge fan of that film, but this is a whole nother level. This is a disrespect of the audience by Yorgos. If I run into Yorgos, and I'm not kidding, guys, because this makes me angry, and it should make you angry too. When you make a film like this that is for nobody, only for you and a few of the film Twitter dweebs who like everything that any kind of artistic director comes up with because they're too afraid to say this movie is unwatchable. This is how bad it was. Okay, you guys know me and Gore have beef, okay? Gore was there. I watched Gore come down the stairs. We didn't talk. We don't talk. But he was asleep. There's no doubt he was coming down the stairs like this. I mean, he was completely just had woken up. I guarantee if you ask him that, he's got to answer yes, the affirmative. This is, by all intents and purposes, the worst film of the year, along with Beau is Afraid. They are co-worst films of the year. Look what I have. Here's some thoughts. First of all, it's Beau is Afraid atrocious. And I'm not kidding you. This is the kind of thing we talked about with Jennifer Lawrence. We go back to No Hard Feelings. Why did you agree to do this movie? I mean, a lot of you think that movie's sort of funny, whatever. I'm telling you, listen, that scene on the beach is beneath her, so far beneath her. This entire film, Emma Stone, when she gets some distance from this film and what she does in this film sexually, I'm not a prude. But the stuff that she agrees to do in this film, she's going to look at herself and go, what was I doing? Why did I trust Yorgos? Why did I trust my management team to make this? You're all fired. Someone had to step up and say, Emma, this script, I don't think you should do this. At least get on the record, right? Because ultimately, at least if you're on the record, then when she does finally come around to realizing that she completely effed up by agreeing to make Poor Things, then you are going to look amazing in her eyes. Like, that's the guy. You're the guy who said not to make the movie. Just like, and by the way, for those of you right now going, Weber's the only, fine. I don't care if I'm the only. There's a few people that found it rotten. I'm going to go to the Rotten Tomatoes in a second. This is going to be a tight stream. I just need to get this out. This is disrespectful to the audience. And this is going to be hated, not just disliked. This is going to be load. This is going to be refund demanding stuff. And Mark Ruffalo is so over the top horrible in this film. It's an embarrassment for him. Mark Ruffalo, I got to talk about this for just a second, because now, like I said, now I'm on live and I'm feeling some things, and I'm telling you, if you look at Mark Ruffalo, some of the performances he's given, he has a tendency to do too much. And in this film, he's playing this womanizing bastard who's trying to corrupt Emma Stone, who's half Frankenstein-y. This movie's so oh my God, it's so terrible. He is Razzie worthy. It's not just Ruffalo. Yorgos, if this film even sniffs Best Picture versus Best Worst Razzie, then I am not. Tonight, I'm telling you, and some of you will probably cheer, and this is the truth, I may retire from film evaluation if Poor Things sniffs Best Picture, Best Director, anything other than production design and cinematography. Those are the only two things I'm going to allow you to extract from Poor Things. If you put this in Best Picture, if you put this in Best Director, and you're talking about an opportunity for that to win, for this film to win, I am out. It is over. I'm not going to do this anymore. This town is full of people that cannot say truths. They watch films. I was sitting behind. There's 3 younger women behind me. Clearly, they worked at an agency, whether it was CAA, whether it was William Morris, ICM, one of the big ones. They were talking about this and that and all the movies, and Emma Stone's with CAA. They knew their stuff. They were industry people. You know what they did throughout this? They laughed like they were being told, like it was literally like a ventriloquist. You're pulling on the chain. Remember the toys? You pull on it, and it was like that. It was like, we're going to have a reflex laugh, because I'm supposed to laugh, because I'm an agent assistant. I said agent. And you're pulling on it and they're laughing. And you're like, this isn't funny. This is terrible. This is a terrible film. I am furious. And the only reason I'm not yelling louder is because it's late and my neighbors are going to get pissed off if I get too loud. Because it's like 10:40 here. 1:40 on the East Coast. I had to do this live. Poor Things is Beau is Afraid. Horrible. I'm angry. A few comments, and I'm getting out of here. I don't even care if I'm the only person on planet Earth who says this movie is an abomination. It is absolutely just that. Look here. Let's go to the Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see if anybody else. 95%. That means there are some rottens. Let's find out how many. There are 4 out of 79. These 4 people, including Keith Olick, he got it. Although I don't see anything that's like destroying this film like it should be. This is unwatchable. And this is the kind of film like my boy Jordan Hoffman, who can we talk about how many people, these critics, do not speak for anybody but their own circle jerk of nerds. It's a circle jerk of nerd film people, and they cannot get out of their own way. They're all in each other's like, this is such a smart, learned film. And I look at Jordan. I mean, good Lord. I mean, these kind of, come on, guys. We weren't gonna make fun of appearances, but these people do not represent you. They represent geeks and people with incredibly terrible taste. 5 out of 5 from Peter Gray of the Australian Review. Unbelievable. Just wait until you see this movie, you guys. Just wait until you see it. You're going to go, oh my God. Good job. Emma Stone is overrated. I needed that. Good job. Listen, I mean, in The Favorite, listen, Yorgos, if you want to go back to Yorgos, look at The Lobster, look at Killing of a Sacred Deer, just go back to The Favorite, because he clearly said, hey, you guys like the fisheye camera, so let's give you more fisheye. In this film, we're going to give you a fisheye lens shot in virtually every other shot. So the novelty of it wears off like in the first 5 minutes. You're like, oh, there's the fisheye shot. Okay, there's another and another and another. And Emma Stone is, God, how do I describe this movie as quickly as possible? I told you she's a Frankenstein monster created by Defoe, and she has the brain. You ready for this? You ready for Poor Things? Apparently, it's a novel. Here it is. Does this sound like something you want to watch? This is Emma Stone, who kills. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to ruin some of the movie. It's so terrible. I don't even care at this point. She kills herself. She suicides herself, as it were, and then is sort of rescued, where her unborn baby is extracted from her stomach, and William Dafoe takes the brain of the baby and implants it into Emma Stone, so her brain is that of a toddler, as she goes on this sexual exploration of the world over the next 2 hours and 20 minutes that feels like 17. This might feel longer than Beau is Afraid. I might quit. I might be done with movies after this. I don't know what it's so bad. All right, I'm almost out. It's 10 minutes. These things are only supposed to be like 3 minutes. So bad. Oh my God. It's killing of a sacred deer. Yeah, not killer. Listen, Gore's boy Alan getting lit up on Twitter's review about the Marvels. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I can't do it. Yes, that's correct. No, what? It's a kid's mind in a sex. Correct. That is right, Aaliyah. Just wait. It's so terrible, this film. Guys, we'll talk about it more tomorrow. I just want to get a few thoughts out. I'm just going to tell you this. I don't care, again, if I'm the last guy, the only guy on planet Earth who says Poor Things is the Razzie level film. No question. This is a Razzie level film. This is not an Oscars film. And if this becomes an Oscars film, and I like Searchlight, I really do. I'm like the only guy who defended Empire of Light last year. But this film, if it ends up being an Oscar film, we're going to close shop. It's going to be over. We're going to be done discussing movies, and I'm just going to get into anything but this, because I can't do this. I'm not going to sit through a film like Poor Things and be told it's a great film. I'm not going to do this. And, the circle jerk of film Twitter people can go do their thing. Just know that they don't even relate to a single human being on planet Earth, and they know it. Deep down inside, when they wake up in the morning, they go, you know what? I'm not even really a real person. I'm this pretentious person, and I'm not even a real person. And if they are real, they don't match you in any way, shape, or form. And their taste is generally atrocious. It's why film Twitter is a bane on Earth. It's just the worst. They are the worst. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. Was that fun? I got some thoughts on. I'll have more tomorrow. Poor Thing sucks. Really bad. I'll see you tomorrow night for the Marvels. I actually am excited for the Marvels now. I want to see it. I'd rather watch the Marvels. I have a feeling tomorrow night when I come back to talk to you guys, I'm going to be excited. That I would say I'll watch the Marvels like 10 times in a row before I would ever consider watching another frame of Poor Effing Things, with Beau is Afraid as the worst films of